Hello everybody and welcome back to a slightly different style of video today. We're taking a look at the newly released Hamburg Airport created by JustSim. It's available to buy and download now for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 from Sim Market. Check the links in the description for that. The airport is payware itself and it's available to download for, I think it's just over €20 currently. So you join me on the approach to Hamburg, and we're using the ILS runway 15 today. As it's not a default airport, I have noticed that it doesn't feed the ILS data into the sim as it should do when we're selecting the approach. So we have to find it in the charts and input it into the RadNav page on the MCDU. Runway 15 for today has the frequency of 109.55, but it's a known bug within Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I can't attribute it to the scenery itself. Because it appears to be a wider SOBO problem affecting quite a few modified add-on airports. And it only takes a few seconds to fix with a manual input anyway. Remember to click like and subscribe to the channel too if you enjoy the videos, and be sure to check out the VATSIM mini-series if you wanted to get started on the VATSIM network. I've flown a few circuits now for the scenery to get used to it and try and find the quirks, and I've found no issues with the ILS in itself. Those of you who aren't familiar with Hamburg itself, it's situated in northern Germany, and Hamburg's the second largest city in Germany. We can see the airport just coming up in the distance. The runway itself is modelled quite nicely and the pappies work correctly too. The airport has been named after a former German Chancellor, Helmut Schmidt, and it's less than 10 kilometres north of Hamburg city centre, so it's perfectly placed for a city break. And it's also a hub for Eurowings. It regularly receives traffic from British Airways, EasyJet and a whole load of other airlines reaching as far as the Middle East and beyond. And the airport's equipped to handle traffic up to A380 size as well. But it's perfectly placed for some short hops in the sim. So as you can see here, we're flying the ILS nicely, runway 15, and the course and the data itself is all correct. Gear down, spoilers are on, seatbelts signs are low. So let's go ahead, get her on the ground and have a little look around. As we can see, it comprises of 2 terminals, with Terminal 1 on our left hand side as we're looking at it now, being the newest terminal, having been completed in 2005. Terminal 1 sees mainly traffic from the One World Alliance airlines and SkyTeam Airlines, whereas Terminal 2 on our far side sees traffic mainly from the Star Alliance grouped airlines. Modelling of the airport itself seems very detailed, with some important but small details added in for your accuracy too. However, the terminal modelling itself is external only, so there's no interior to the buildings, though this may be changed in the future. JustSim have done very well to create stunning airport scenery, including the sloped Terminal 1 roofs, as we can see now, and the glass air bridges complete with stand numbers and relevant advertisement boards. Some of the gates, however, don't seem to have working air bridges attached to them, so if you arrive at them like 3B or 3C and you're parking up, then look for the air bridges already positioned at angles, as we can see in the clip now. JustSim have added ground textures to increase airport accuracy too, like the blue, orange and red taxiway lines, as we can see now. Familiar appearance in German airports across the sim, and they've added all these to the aprons, and stand numbers applied to the tarmac as well, which makes it great for using on VATSIM. On the far side of the airport then, they've added the Lufthansa Technik maintenance facility, and they've also modelled one of the Asobo A380s being worked on too. Further down in maintenance, they've added numerous other static aircraft to the scene, including the engine run-up bay that we can see here. On the very far side, we can see the Lufthansa modelled Boeing 707, which is a nice touch to the scenery, though one criticism I would raise here would be that they could have built some aircraft models on the maintenance side rather than use the default Asobo blob models, because that just ruins the immersion a little bit. JustSim have also worked on the private jet terminal area, as we can see here, complete with some static aircraft, and as we can see, JustSim have also worked on the remote pier in the centre of the airfield as well, and done quite a nice job of the modelling for it. Moving landside then, they've worked on the details here too, including the addition of the Radisson Blu Hotel at the airport and the cylindrical parking structures linked to the terminals too. Overall, I'd say it's a nice scenery offered by JustSim, though a little bit on the expensive side when we compare it directly against the likes of Macco Simulations, who we know are creating Manchester Airport priced at less than £10. That being said, it is a great airport for VATSIM, and the small details like the colour-coded taxiways are a lifesaver when we are connected to the network. It will be really nice paired up with the up-and-coming Aerosoft CRJ regional jet, due to be released very soon, for some German domestic hops or some regional city hopper style flights around Europe to or from Hamburg. If you found the brief overview and review useful, then please click that subscribe button down below and let me know what you think about the new Hamburg airport scenery in the comments below too. Thank you all for watching, and see you soon.